Hey everyone, welcome to the AllBrands Show. I'm Barbara from AllBrands.com, and I'm excited to be ready for December. There's so many fun things to make with our sewing machine. So today we're going to be crafting and sewing on the Trifecta. What's the Trifecta? The Brother XP3 Luminaire, the Print Moda, and the Scan-A-Cut. And we're going to get ready for the holidays, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. I'm so excited. We're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this broadcast, so if you haven't yet, go ahead and comment #AllBrands, and one lucky winner at the end of this broadcast will win a $25 AllBrands.com e-gift card. So good luck there. Also, I'll just give you guys an overview of which machines we're going to be talking about today. We have the brand new from Brother Print Moda Studio Fabric Printer. And this thing is fantastic. And we'll go over Art Spira a little bit to make our own quilt labels, which will be really fun and cute. Let me show you just one of the ones that I made. I made 4. But like, this is fabric, y'all. You could totally like put this on the back of your quilt or gift, or gifted quilt or gifted blanket. And the next thing that we're going to be showing is the 2 Scan-A-Cuts. So I'll be using the Scan-A-Cut SDX 325 today. This is my personal Scan-A-Cut. I love this machine. We also have the Disney version, which is the SDX 330D. Love that machine too. And we will be doing a little placemat using one of the built-in designs and sewing it on some flannel to dress up your holiday table. Isn't this precious? And it's so easy to do. And then, well, first we're going to be showing my favorite machine, the XP3 Luminaire. We have an excellent deal on it in our stores right now. And we'll be creating a design. Did you think that you could ever embroider on Minky or cuddle fabric? Yes, of course you can. And I made this beautiful applique in the machine. I put Merry Christmas Landon and a Christmas tree on it. And I did this from scratch. I didn't buy this design. I created it in the machine. So I'm excited to be ooh, this thing is so soft. Have you guys ever used Shannon cuddle? I don't know if I'm going to be giving this one away. Do you ever like buy a gift and then you realize you want it and then you keep it and give something else for someone? Anyway, so we'll get started there. And just to let you guys know, something is coming up. Something's coming, something good. And it's 60 months financing, and it starts December 6th through the 20th. And that you can have 60 months 0% financing on the XP3 Luminaire or the Trifecta, all 3. We have excellent deals in our retail stores. So take advantage of that. Let's check the comments real quick before we get started. I love cuddle. Oh, hey, creative appliques. We need to get you on the show soon. It's on my list. It's on my Christmas list. Oh my goodness. Everyone says they love cuddle. Oh, look. Oh, here you are again. The Luminaire, the Scan-A-Cut, and the print mode, a match made in heaven. I agree. It's fantastic. Brother makes awesome products, and combined with Disney and Artsbira, you have everything. It's even more than 3. It's like the quadfecta. I don't know. You get everything with Brother. So excited. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's get crafty. All right, so we'll go over here, and we're going to start with the blanket, the gifted blanket. So I have my trusty dime magnetic snap hoop. I showed you guys last week. Woo, and it will snap. It will snap your fingers. But it is a very good hoop to use for embroidery. So we have a new product by them. It's called a hoop setter. This will help you hoop straight, and I'll be demonstrating that as well. So let's see. This is the amazing soft Cuddle Cuts. We sell this in our retail store. I got it from our Baton Rouge retail store. It's by Shannon Fabrics in Merlot, and it's like a perfect size for a gifted quilt. It comes in a neat, nice little bag, so it doesn't take up a whole lot of space before you use it. Just fantastic. All right, so I'm going to take this apart. Okay. All right, so when you hoop, Minky or Cuddle, I know some Minkies are stretchy. This one actually is not stretchy, so you could technically use a tearaway, but I use cutaway. When in doubt, use cutaway. So I will grab a piece of cutaway here. Take my scissors. My pinking shears were close by, so we will use our pinking shears. Who has pinking shears in their toolbox of sewing goodies? Pinking shears are great. I go off topic so much, guys, but if you're doing seams and you don't want them to unravel, the pinking shears are great for making your woven fabrics not fall apart, I guess. All right, so we're going to put cutaway underneath. We'll put our blanket on top. And when you're doing really thick textured fabric like this, you never want to just embroider on the top of it, which is why we're going to top it with the water-soluble topper. So I'm going to find my edge here, and I'm going to leave about 1.5 inches on the bottom and the side to play with for seam allowance later on, and so that it's not super close to the edge. And look how big this is. Wow, this is a perfect blanket size. Now the backing, you do have to find your own backing fabric, and I found the cutest coordinating print. It actually matches our placemats that we're going to do a little later, but I thought that this would look so cute together with the binding and the backing. All right, so we'll put this, sandwich it all together. It's nice to have a big surface to hoop on, especially when it's a heavy item like this. So we're gonna put this here. All right, and then I have it squared away, kind of pulling it in place. And then I'm going to grab my exquisite water-soluble topping. I haven't found a water-soluble topping that I actually dislike. I do like this one, but they're all good. So any water-soluble topping that you see on AllBrands.com, you will definitely be good with. All right, so I definitely need it because this thing is heavy. It's heavy. Yes, the hoop struggle is real. It is real. Okay, so I actually need 2 of these because I didn't have it wide enough for my hoop, and that's okay. We're just going to layer it, okay? So I'm going to cut 2 pieces like so. Who has Christmas decorations up already? Let me know. I'm interested to hear. So I'm going to just layer the 2 pieces on top. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my top hoop real quick and just set it all together. I can feel it underneath. And it's going to snap just like that, right down on the hoop. Now I can stretch the topper. Do not stretch the products that you're that are underneath the topper. So like if you have a stretchy knit fabric and you hoop it and there's a wrinkle in there, go ahead and take the top hoop off and rehoop it. Like flatten it out and rehoop it. But it's good not to stretch things in the hoop, because then when you take it out of the hoop, it's all going to shrink back and have puckers. So we will check our back and our front. So I'm hooped here and we're in the stabilizer on the back. But I'm noticing that my top hoop is not necessarily aligned with the bottom hoop. That's why we have hoop setters. So I'm going to take these on the table and I'm just going to place the hoop setter on the back of the hoop here, just like so, and use that to align my top hoop so that it's flush on top. Let's see here. Here we go. This thing is so heavy. Here we go. See? All right. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right, so you basically just use this when you're hooping to align the hoop on there. Thank you. Design Some Machine Embroidery, and you can find these on allbrands.com. Helps you line up your top and bottom hoop. So why did I hoop it this way? Okay, so here's my bracket that goes onto the machine, and all my excess, here's my bracket, all the excess is going this way. Why is that? I will show you. All right. So we're going to switch cameras. So the reason I do that is I want to avoid material, a lot of material this way. I want it to all go this way. So I'm going to hoop my hoop. You know what? I do need to turn it on first because sometimes it likes to move around. Okay. I'm going to put my hoop on. And I have a really cool tool called the So Steady suspension system. It's actually right here. I'll move the camera so that you can see it. Do you see that little bungee thing? There's actually 2 or 4 in a box. And I'm just using this one because this is so slippery. I'm just using it to as an arm to hold the excess quilt out of the way. Do you see that? And now when my hoop moves, it's not going to be hanging off and the gravity it's not going to pull on the hoop, if that makes sense. All right, so let's go to the screen of the machine, and I'm going to show you how to just quickly make a fun little applique design. All right, before I do that, I'm going to check the comments. Looks like some stabilizer is folded over on the back. Donna, let me check. Let me check on that. I think we're good, Donna. But thank you for looking out. Yeah, so on the front, I did overlap the water soluble, and that's fine. The topper will be fine. All right, Donna's looking out for us. All right, check the back stabilizer. All right, let me take it off and double check. I didn't see anything. Here we go. Let me slide this off. Oh, you're right. Here it is, right here. Just a little bit. You know, it would have been okay, I think. But good eyes, y'all. I didn't even feel it. Okay, so I pulled it out from underneath the hoop, putting my hoop back on. There we go. And so now we can get started creating a design. All right. So this is the Brother Luminaire. So we can go to, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to shapes and I'm going to find a circle, like just the solid single line circle. Okay. I'll click set. Okay. Then I'm going to click add. Or before I do that, I want this to be my applique stitch. Okay. So all you have to do is go to, and let me know if you can see this, edit here. We're going to go to the colors. And then when you scroll down to the bottom of the colors, you'll see a little scissor icon on the third from the last one. That's going to make it an applique cutout. Okay, so we did that. We're going to click OK. All right, now I'm going to bring in my satin stitch that goes around. Add. I'm not sizing these yet until I get to the actual innards of it, but I have the applique stitch and the satin stitch here. Now I'm going to click add again, and now I can put the fun stuff in there, like the motifs and the names and what you want it to say, so you can really be creative here. So let's go to put our design in first. So I found in the last category, and this one is not upgraded. This is an XP1. This is category 13. I found a really cute little Christmas tree in here. There's also a star, which, you know, the star might be really fun. Let's do the star. Okay, so the star is much bigger, you can see, than the circles that we put in. That's okay. We can always go back and edit it. I'm going to click set. And I'm also going to go back and I'm going to add, and I want to put my words in there. So I'll say, Merry Christmas. So, and I want this to be a medium size, so it's not too big. MERRY, and then we do space, Christmas, CHRISTMAS. Okay, Merry Christmas. So I'm going to click array, and this is where you can make it conform to the circle. So if I want it to be really round or not as round, I could do that, but I can also edit it here. So I'll click, I want it to be Merry Christmas. Okay, we'll set this. So this looks like a jumbled mess, but we can always go back, click on our design. So I'm going to click this one, edit, and I'll size them up. So when I do applique, I'm always going to look at the inches here. So I'm going to make this circle much bigger. Okay. Looks like let's do 6.28, or bigger is always better. Let's do 6.45. Okay. And now I'm going to click OK. But remember, we still have that smaller circle in there. So I'm going to unclick edit. I'll click the single line circle, edit. So this is our applique stitch. Size, what was it? 6 point. And you can see, I hope you can see the little dots on there. Let me see. Such a beautiful machine. Yes, Brenda. Oh my gosh, it will change your life. It has mine for sure. It makes my life so much easier. Okay, so you can actually see the inside design on inside of the, you can see the applique stitch over the satin stitch, which is cool because I can say, okay, it's clearing, but I don't want it too far to the edge, but just kind of like in the middle-ish. And then, so I actually made this one 6.11 instead of 6.39, and that's fine. So we'll click OK. All right, so now I'm going to click edit this Merry Christmas. I'll move it up. Oh my goodness. And you know, I'm not really happy with this one, so I may change the array, which I can do on the screen. I don't have to delete it or go back. Brother makes it very easy. And then I'll put it up here in the circle. And then we'll put, his name is actually Christian. So Merry Christmas, Christian. So I'll click set for that. And we'll add the bottom name. So we can choose here, C, make it a medium size, CHRISTIAN. Oh my gosh. Christian. Yes. We'll click array again. I will do like the bottom array. Or maybe like that. Oh, that's so pretty. And then you can modify it so that it hugs the very edge of the circle if you want to do that. You can actually, that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to move it down. Edit, move. And look how cute. Now what we can do is play with the colors, which is really fun. So one thing I really like, let me just move this. I'm going to move this little star up just a little bit. That is so cute. One fun thing that we can do, say I want to change the colors around of the star. I can click this little button that's our colors button. And I could go to color shuffling. So I'm going to select the star. Let's see. What did I do? Click OK. Edit, star, edit, color shuffling. Oh, you know what? That may be a different kind of design. But let's go back and we'll just change the colors of the name. So say I want Merry Christmas and the satin stitch to be red. All I have to do is just select in here what it's going to look like, what color I want it to be. Okay, so let's make the Merry Christmas red. All right, so I want it to change all of the letters, so I'll click the 3. It'll change all of the letters. Merry Christmas, Christian. All right, that looks very pretty. I think on the red background, though, might be a little too much. Let's try green. Oh, wow, I can really stage the design here and really make it my own in the machine and know confidently that I'm going to like the way that it looks when it stitches out. So let's go back up to the satin stitch here. And I actually want that to be green because I want it to contrast the red. Okay. And let's see here. So, oh, you know what? When you want to change the color shuffling on the star, you just click the first spool. That's what I did incorrectly. So I'm going to click that and we could change. I could say I want 3 colors or less. If I want it to be random, I could select that. If I want it to be, say I want it to be a gradient of, I think the blue, but blue and green, maybe not so much. Let's do gold, a gold star, manual, gold, okay. Now it'll show me all the different, oh my goodness, all the different ones of gold. If I don't like this one or any of these options, I can just click refresh. And if you have the XP3, it even allows you to heart and favorite the ones that you love. So whoever wants to buy my XP1, so we could get an XP3 in here, this one is for sale. Let's see. This one is actually quite beautiful. I think I like the colors of this. So we'll click set. And I think that this is the way to go. So we're going to go ahead and click embroidery. All right. And so now we have our first tack down stitch. And I'm just going to, the red is already in the machine. But I want it to be green. So I will, let me zoom the camera out so that you can see. If only money, this is a cool feature. Oh my goodness, oh boy, I was following along, but I missed a step. I'll have to watch the replay. Oh, Danielle, yes, please watch the replay. I had to walk over and tell my Quattro that I still love her. Oh, this is good. Don't want her feelings hurt. She might act out. Oh my goodness. That is too funny. So, yeah, I love the luminaire. It's fantastic. Even the needle threader. So I'll show you that. So I'm going to change it from red to green. So I always I clip at the top and then I pull at the bottom. And I don't know why I just like to use the little trimmer on the bobbin winder. It's not what the manufacturer put that there for, but it is nice. And I love this tray at the top that I could just store all my threads before I get started embroidering. So they're all there, all my reds and greens ready to go. So, and this is going to work out great because we stabilized it properly. We have the backing, we have the topping on top. And here's the magic. Needle threader. Look at that. No hands. Hands free. Love it so much. All right. So I'm going to watch the, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to get my applique piece first. And here it is. It fell behind the table. Here we go. If I can reach it. Ah! All right, here we go. Here's my piece of fabric. I think the Minky pushed it off. So let's lift our foot. Put this over, because this is going to be what we're going to stitch on top of. And then start sewing. So it's going to sew a complete circle all the way around. I am going to babysit this one just a little bit so I don't have a lot of puckers. We could cut this out on our scan and cut, yes, if anybody had that question, but I'm going to show you the old school way of doing an applique. That rhymes. Isn't that funny? Old school way of doing an applique. Really like these. This is actually a Brother branded scissors, but it's called a double curve applique. So, and then I'm going to trim around the edge, just like this. I'm going to pull up the sides. Can you see this? And I'm just trimming all the way around. See if I can get a better angle on that for you. Hope I don't make you too dizzy. Here we go. All right. So I'm just going to cut this all the way around. And okay. Sometimes click and return and getting out of it kind of pushes it forward a little bit so that you can cut your applique really close. But you know, I kind of fudged this one more towards the inside, so I think we're going to be okay if it's not perfectly cut. If that makes sense. Sometimes we have a little excess. But when you have this curve, it's so easy to get right up to the edge and trim around all of the sides there. And then we're just going to go ahead and do our second stitch. So I backed out of it. So I'm actually going to do needle plus minus. I'm going to move forward one spool, and then we're going to do our satin stitch in the green. All right. So I am a multitasker. I'm feeling pretty good about this design, the way that it's going now. So let's go on to our scan and cut and start cutting our placemat cork design here, like this. All right. So I had my, so apparently things on YouTube have pronouns now. So Courtney's scan and cut is a she, her. So I think that my scan and cut can be a he, him. So he's doing quite well today. He's very excited about our project. And he's asking me where I left my cork. And I left it right here. Alright, so here we go. This is the Scan and Cut SDX 325. And I have a standard mat and some cork. And I have my black standard blade. So this isn't like fabric, it's a little different. And I'll zoom in on the screen so that you can see me selecting my design. Everyone see this? Close enough. There we go. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That's good enough. Okay, so there's tons of built-in designs on here. And I actually got inspired for this design. So Savory. Emily Thompson has a blog. And she was doing some Christmas designs. And she did like some table setting things. And I noticed that there was a snowflake, the thing that you put underneath the plates. And that's what inspired me to do this design. So, and I know that there's ones already built into the machine. So I'm going to go, so we're going to go to patterns. And then I'll go to cut files. And then I notice, oh, here's a snowflake right in the first category. All right, so there's two snowflakes to choose from. Let's do a different one. A little on the edge. Okay. So the mat itself is 12 by 12, so I want to go just under 12 inches. So it'll fit inside. We're just sizing it up. And it's doing it proportionately now. Let's just do like 11.5, just to be sure. And I'm going to check the comments real quick, see if we have any questions. Oh, I love Emily too. I agree, double curved applique scissors are my favorite. Oh, Barbara. You know, I was just, you know, we have the XP3 downstairs and it was too heavy. And this one was the easier one to choose from. They're all great. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're going to set our design. And here it is in the hoop. I'll probably center it a little bit. So let's go to move. And I'll move it a little bit more so it's more towards the center. Looks like it's in the 12 by 12 hoop. So these machines actually cut up to 24 inches. So if you wanted to do a 12 by 24 placemat, and make your own design and Canvas workspace, or find something interesting on ArtSphere's free app, you can do that. We also have even more designs on the ArtSphere subscription. So we'll click OK. But you don't have to use ArtSphere or Canvas to use the Scan and Cut. You can use what's already built in. You can scan designs, create them there. It scans and it cuts, so it's really simple to use. So what do you want to do today? Do you want to cut? Do you want to draw, emboss, foil, pierce? There's so many things to do. But today we're going to keep it simple. We're going to cut. All right? And half cut is off. Half cut is when you want to cut through half of the material, like when you're using vinyl. But today we want to cut through all of the material. So then basically what I would do is click start once the mat is in. So let's zoom out, and I will show you what I'm going to do to get the mat ready. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. And here's our standard mat. I'm going to take off the protective film. And I always put it back. I try to remember to put it back every single time. Now I went ahead, and these come in rolls, so I had to kind of iron it to make it a little flatter. But you don't want to iron directly on the cork. So I used fabric on top, and I ironed it out on my iron before the show today. So we're going to go ahead and place this down on the mat, and we're going to make sure that it's very, very flat. You can take like a straight edge, you can take your brayer tool, you can take your hands. I like to make sure that it's very, very flat, and you don't want to go over these recognition marks. So let me put that out of the way. I need to find my regular scissors, but I'm actually really loving pinking shears. I think that it's fun to use pinking shears. Okay, and then I'll just cut this little bit real quick so that we're right on top of our mat. All right. And it's the most important thing is to make sure that it's very, very flat. That's where, if it's not flat on there, then it's going to shift around and not cut everything. So as long as it's flat, you are good. Sometimes I don't have my tool right next to me. It's fine. We can use scissors. Brayer is what's suggested. So let's put our mat in our Scan and Cut. Oh my goodness, the blanket looks so good so far. All right. So I'm going to load my mat. There's the second button down from the top is loads your mat. And then I'm just going to click cut, and it's start, and it's going to cut. And I always kind of watch in the beginning because I should do a test cut, but I don't always do that. I'm going to check it out, make sure it doesn't, and it looks like good. So right now it's measuring the depth of the material, so it knows how deep to cut, which is really cool. You don't have to do any settings on these machines anymore. And that's the SDX models. And another great thing about the Scan and Cut, they read embroidery files. So if you have an embroidery file that you like, it can read the outline of those. So while while he's cutting out, we're going to go back to our XP Luminaire and check out the beautiful applique so far. Look how awesome this is. Gorgeous, right? So now we just have to start with our next design, which is going to start on the star. So there's a ton of colors on this, but we could just go ahead and start with the green. I think will be fine. See, this is what I do when I do Christmas gifts. I'm always back and forth, Scan and Cut, Print Moda, and Luminaire. And I just try to do all three at once, and we just have a really good time. And you are too funny. I love that. All right. So here we go. Our scan and cut is done. And what I love about the scan and cut, if you want to whip out a quick project, do the scan and cut. Look how fast this is. I made a snowflake that quick. Okay. So you can actually, you can even just put this on the table. This would be beautiful just as a table embellishment. Oh, this one's fun. Look how cute. You can cut out wood pieces. What is it? Balsa wood. You can cut out cork. You can cut out all kinds of different things. And it's just so much fun. So, love it. So don't forget to put your clear plastic cover back on. That's always important. Okay. And then we'll pick our scan and cut. Thank you for your service, scan and cut. You did a great job today. Everybody, a big round of applause for Mr. Scan and Cut. And then we will take our. So one thing you can do is before you put your cork piece down, you could put some seam on the back of this. I don't think it's quite necessary because I just sew mine on. And then you just stage it on top. And look how cute that is. Now, if you wanted to go crazy with it, if my Luminaire wasn't stitching right now, I could hoop this up, scan it into my design center, trace around the edges, and do an applique. That might be fun. But it's sewing right now, so we will actually sew it on in a little bit. So you can just make a quick placement. I'm just making just a flat piece of fabric. I don't think anybody's going to notice underneath all the beautiful food that they're going to be eating on top of this thing. If they're actually looking at it that closely, These also make good gifts too. You could embroider the family name on there. Christmas 2023 Smiths. So we have this ready for when we finish embroidering. But right now, let's go ahead and make some quilt labels on the print book. Okay. So let's see here. Here's my phone. Oh, I love all the comments, everyone. Here we go. Wow, we have 101 watchers. I'm so excited. Y'all give us a thumbs up, please, so that they can keep letting me do these videos that I love to do for you. So let me open my phone, and I'm going to pull up the Artsphere app. And this, it automatically remembered where I was. So we're going to do a quilt label today. But I'll show you from the beginning how we get started on that. So I'm going to actually go to Print Moda. So one thing that you need to make sure when you get your Print Moda, that your Print Moda and your phone are both on the same Wi-Fi. So all you have to do is click this Wi-Fi icon on the bottom, and it will tell you what Wi-Fi you're on. You can also change it there. And then you go to your Artsphere, and let me go back here. You go to your machines list at the top, and you can register your printer, you can register your scan and cut, and you can register a multitude of machines that you have available. So I actually have my XP, my SE2000, we have a 680 on there. But basically all I have to do is just click register here. And I'm going to go ahead and sew a little bit more of this while it's recognizing, since we're multitasking. Hold on just a second. Ah! Oh, I put it on the printer. While we're multitasking, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this thread that I have at the top of my machine. It's a metallic thread. It's called Dime King Star. I talk about it every week, I feel, because I love it so much. And I'm sure all of you have used it at this point. It's basically a polyester core thread. If you can see, it's right here. And it's wound with a metallic. So it has the strength of a polyester, but the beauty of a metallic, and it works so wonderfully in the machines. And I don't have any trouble using my my needle threader with it as well. So we'll put this down and start stitching. All right. So let's see. Now, let me get back on Wi-Fi real quick. On my phone. I have to get on to Disturb. Wi-Fi. On the Wi-Fi. We'll go back to our Spira. Let it find the printer. And sometimes, if it doesn't set up automatically the first time, all you have to do is just turn off the machine, turn off the phone, and then re-hook it up again. So here we go. All right. We're going to turn the printer off. Let it down. We're going to turn it back on. This design is so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to get back on Wi-Fi on the printer. Find Wi-Fi network. Okay, it's on the Wi-Fi. All right, and I will show you how to create a label in the printer. So basically, this is like the material, and it has a film on the back. It basically keeps it stabilized so that it feeds through very well. And the fabric roll from Brother is specially made to accept the ink. So you could use the Brother fabric roll, but you could also purchase third-party printable sheets of fabric and use them in the regular paper tray, and it works just as well. They're fantastic. So once it's the ink sets, all you have to do is peel up the side here. Oh, Barbara Jones, what are you? Oh, you're using King Star. Oh my gosh. And look at the drape of this fabric. It's just like quilter's cotton. I love it so much. All right, so let's go and look around on Artspira for a little bit. So basically, I'm going to show you some of my inspiration though, because if you don't have Artspira yet, I hope that this inspires you. Haha, Artspira, or Art Inspiration Week, to download this free app. There's also an upgradable subscription. For the items in the subscription, it'll have like a little crown here. The subscription is only $12 a month, and you get so much more with the subscription. But there are tons of free designs in Art Spira. So let's see. So here's some of my favorites. Like once you go through and you see something you like, oh my goodness, look at, let's see, look at this monogram fleece. This is actually what inspired me to do the blanket today. You can go ahead and pull this up. It'll give you a video. It'll tell you all the materials to use, how to hoop it, how to do all the things. And then when you're ready to send the design to your machine, you can do that all through the app. So basically I went to my favorites. We'll favorite that, but I'm going to go to my favorites here. And then these are all the things that I really favorited. And look at all these cute things. Here, all I have to do to send this to the machine is pull it up. Of course, you have to link it to the machine. If you want to create it, go ahead and click create. Done. Transfer, and I have my XP here selected. And then click OK. And guess what we can do? Let's go back to the machine. Oh, I don't want to exit my design, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is save my design. I'm going to show you how I just transferred this design to my machine. So I'm going to go to memory. I'll save this design. And then I'm going to go home. And I'm going to go to embroidery. Go to my pocket. I'm going to go to the cloud. And there it is, right on my machine, the new design. I can look at it very closely of what it's going to look like in the hoop. Isn't that so cool? All right, so let's see about printing the labels. And you know, we may not get it done today, but at least I'll show you how to do it. Let's see. So let's go back to our phone. Let's see if it's not connected. Mm-hmm. Okay. My internet is so much fun today. So I'll just show you how you make the label. And basically all you have to do is go to printing designs here. I probably need to straighten this out so that you can read it without cocking your head. Okay, let's see, printing designs. And you have all of these different categories for the print mode printer. So what I like is the labels because I want to print personalized labels on my machine. So you have celebrations, fashion. This is the one that I printed. I think it's so cute. Flowers, shapes, tools. This one actually, it has the scan and cut and the printer on it, so you can use both. So I guess when you print this out, you can put this then in your scan and cut, and it's going to cut all the way around your quilt label. So all you have to do is, let's do this one, and I'll show you basically how it works. Because we're almost out of time. Let's see. Okay, so it's going to print 4 to a page, and I can just click on the picture here and click change, and it'll pull up my photos. And let's say I'm giving this as a gift, and so I have this Santa picture. I'm going to click done. I can click crop, and I can actually move this around so that it's like in a certain position. And yes, this is my boyfriend. His name's Ben. He's very nice. And then you could basically go in here and change all the texts. And then when you're done, you would click done. You don't have to save it, but if you want to print more of them, you should save it. I'm going to click don't save, and then I'm going to click print, and then OK, and then it's going to send to the printer. So let's go back to our, we're going to pretend like we finished the blanket, and I'm going to show you how I finished the ends of it. So here's our one that we did before, the one that said Merry Christmas Landon on it. The lighting is not good, but it's so cute. So basically, all you have to do is just rip off your water-soluble stabilizer. It just peels off very easily. And we multitask. We can multitask. And then I'm going to take some scissors and cut the back, since this is cutaway stabilizer. And then this will be covered up by your backing fabric. You can put your quote label on it. You can do all sorts of things. Barbara needs to find her regular scissors. I think they're behind the table. We basically just cut away stabilizer on the back. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to see that part. And look how fun and personalized this is. This is the upside down part. I put it on the bottom. But imagine this. And it drapes really nicely too. Imagine this with a binding all the way around and a backing. And I have one more thing to show you before we leave today. I am going to show you the Move It foot on the XP3 Luminaire. So we'll go to the Luminaire. I'm going to set it up for sewing. So we'll take off our hoop. And don't worry, Christian, I will finish your blanket a little later on another day. So the Move It foot is actually this is a fantastic embroidery machine, but guess what? It's really an awesome sewing machine as well. So the Move It foot is like a walking foot, except for instead of teeth, it has a conveyor belt on it. Let me show you that. This is what it looks like up close. Here it is. So do you see this rubber belt? So instead of the teeth chopping the fabric like this roller bar is constantly keeping contact with the fabric, so you can use it on multiple layers of quilt material. You can also use it to stabilize hard to use slippery fabrics like Minky, like Cuddle, like chiffons, like silks and things like that. So it's better than a walking foot, but also a walking foot. So we're going to just put this on. It actually plugs into the back of the machine, so it reads how fast and the stitch length that you're using, so that it modifies how fast the conveyor belt moves, so that it's perfect with your stitch. And then we will put our red thread in. So this is a drop-in bobbin. Another thing I love about this machine, check this out. If you want to clean your bobbin area, look how easy it is to get it in and out of there. Whoa! Oh my goodness, Barbara, you need to clean your machine. Yes, I know. Yeah. Oops, I took my bobbin case out. Okay, here we go. So, let me put you back in. I did that because we're live. There we go. So you can take your bobbin case out pretty easily and put it back in. It's totally fine. We also sell replacement bobbin cases. Well, sometimes your needle will get bent. Sometimes the needle will hit or burr the hook on the bobbin case. They're very inexpensive to replace. I love that about Brother, that you can replace parts very easily. And yourself on that, like the bobbin case. Okay. So here we go. We're going to thread it up, and we're going to show how to use the Move It foot to put our little snowflake on. And then we're going to go to sewing. Okay. So you can sew with the embroidery unit on this machine too. I love, love, love that. I just don't ever take it off unless I want to do quilting or have it in a table. All right. Thank you, Needle Threader, for being awesome every time. And we'll grab our little placemat and start to stitch. Now, one thing I really love about this machine, we didn't talk about the projection today with embroidery, but it also has projection with sewing. So if I wanted to, let me center this a little bit better. If I wanted to see where my stitch is going to stitch before I actually stitch it out, I can do that. I'm going to click this little laser button, and it's going to project, if I put it on the center, long stitch. I want it to be green. We're going to turn the subline off, and the main line is going to be, let's see, guideline on, sub is off, main. We're going to make it in the center here, so where the needle is. There we go. So I can see my stitch line on the fabric or cork or whatever you're sewing on. It's not always fabric these days, right? So let's see if you can see that. Do you see that projected line? Maybe not so much, but guess what? I can change the color. Can you see that? Yes, I can see that. So now I can make sure that it's in the middle the whole time. So I'm stitching in the right direction. And let's get started. Actually, let me go. This is center. There we go. So let's get started. And, you know, you can do it around the edges if you want to do blanket stitch. We just don't have time for that today, but I wanted to show you how easy the Move It foot is to use. And it works great on all material. You can even use it all the time for everyday sewing. It's just a fantastic foot. And look how straight my line is. I probably should zoom out so that you can see. Not in. Out, Barbara. Look how straight my line is. So just go all around whatever shape you cut out. Doesn't have to be perfect. But the luminaire will help you achieve perfect results. So I hope this was helpful. I think we're out of time now. Oh, we're over. We're over by 3 minutes. No. It was really fun hanging out with you guys today. Don't forget, I'm going to do a giveaway in just a moment. So if you haven't yet, comment #AllBrands to be eligible to win a $25 allbrands.com e-gift card. All right, let's see if we have any questions before we do our giveaway. So many thoughtful features on the new machines. Yes, Brenda. The Trifecta is fantastic. Let me go over the 3 machines that we talked about. So here is the XP3 Luminaire. Now I'll be singing that song. I love it, Christy. So the XP3 Luminaire actually has a really good deal from now through the end of December. The Brother Holiday Gift Guide is out, and you get options actually with your purchase. But one of the options is that you can get the airflow serger. So remember we did rolled hem last week? You can get that one. You can get the magnetic hoop and the playbook free with purchase. Or if you don't want those things, we have tons of other options for you on the page and in any one of our 7 retail locations. So here's our stores throughout Louisiana and Texas where this machine can be purchased. Now, the other machines are actually available online. So our scan and cut that we use today is the STX 325F. It's only $699.99, free shipping, and you can finance that. So if you want to pay as low as $116 per month, please give us a call. We'd love to make that happen for you. So this is the one that I use today. We also have a Disney version that has even more included accessories in the box, even more designs, including Disney and some rhinestone designs in there. And this one comes with a duffel bag and a $100 Brother Visa gift card. So you basically save money on this one. But this one's available in stores only, where the one that we use today you can purchase online. You can also purchase online the Print Moda Studio Fabric Printer, make labels, make memory quilts, anything under the sun. And that one comes with a free fabric roll and a $100 Brother Visa gift card. Now those Brother Visa gift cards are rebates, so you do have to fill out the documentation to get that over. And don't forget, we do have 60 months, 0%, can you believe it? 0% financing starting December 6th through the 20th. So if you've been dreaming of having a new embroidery machine, maybe a wireless machine, any one of Brother's amazing machines, take advantage of this 0% financing offer just in time for Christmas. Okay, so let's see if we have any more questions. Thumbs up, done. I did, Kathy. Thank you. It's great. Oh, thank you, everybody. Yes, thumbs up. I love you guys so much. All right. Let's do a giveaway. And who's going to win today? Let's see who our winner is. Who's going to be a lucky person today? I think we're all lucky because we're together and we're having fun. Trisha! Congrats! Oh my goodness. That's so exciting. Please email me at events@allbrands.com with your name, number, and address. And I will send you your $25 allbrands.com gift card. And y'all, it's been so fun. I'm so lucky to be able to hang out with you guys every Thursday. It's been a fun thing. Oh, and guess who's going to be on the show next week? We have a takeover. Rhonda, thank you, you're amazing, is going to be taking over the show next week, and she's going to make some very cute coasters in the water-soluble stabilizer, just Christmassy themed, and they're so cute. Some of her own creations. So don't miss out on that. And I think, did you just get a luminaire, right? So maybe we'll see the luminaire tomorrow. Next Thursday. So, all right, everybody. I love you so much. I hope that you have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you next Thursday at 3:30 Central Time. Keep sewing. Bye. Mwah.